The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Cousins to throw it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson taking it in from the 20. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way...
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Carter once more.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Carter.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Jets are going to have it 1st and goal.
Johnson will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, They should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down. Here's Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's White. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
Now White with a first down throw. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, they've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off, I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Dominated, boys, dominated.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd and 10, White.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now White.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Cousins gives way to Cook.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins now. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's White. A final shot before break. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, White. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. White. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. White looks to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
White's throw complete there to Moore.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's White. Rolling to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here we go with Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Now that 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Cousins on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. On second down, Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. A 10th, and he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
To throw once more on second and 10. White over the middle, complete. It's Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now White. And he's got a man, Cray Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, White. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way in. Touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Ready for Wisconsin, and off we go from Lambeau.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Hey, check 26. Check 15. Check 15.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Rodgers' throw complete here, on target to Tunyon.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Dillon will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 12, White.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
White's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. White. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On second down, Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on second down, White.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. He's got room at the 30.
And all the way in, touchdown! New York.
Garrett Wilson.
60 yards.
And the Jets need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, he'll dump this off to Cook. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on second and long. Allen.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. White on the move to his left.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On first down, it's White. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out. Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen flushed out right.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun. White being chased out left. Wilson snags it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
White now throwing on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. look to throw again.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets are once again back in front.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get...
Now White lost the football, and the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They run. It's Johnson. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Steps away to his left. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Now Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, 53 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. White. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd down at 5.
Looking to throw. White got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. Now White with a 1st down throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. White caught by Wilson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
White's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. White. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
29 yards.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack on first down, Allen eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Now White out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo.
Well, we are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. Play action. It's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Herbert.
He's got Austin Eckler on the slant. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Chargers.
Xander Horvath.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. they've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. White. Dancing to his left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
White looks to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's White. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They're going to try and throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
To throw, White. He finds Corey Davis.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, White steps away. Wilson's got it complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as